Welcome back to the channel. Doing the Lldv, and as you can see in front of you, I'm rather dusty and mucky. So what the heck have I been up to today? So just gonna focus in on my plants for the time being before I show you what I've been doing. So if you saw that, was it the last film? I'm not sure. I bought a new car, an EV, an electric vehicle. So don't judge me, it's my decision, nobody else's. Anyway, and it's a blooming brilliant car, I only can say. Don't know why I didn't do it years ago, but there we are. So today I'm making space for the car to come around the back. So here's the space. So I've been knocking down this wall, and then the car hopefully will drive up here. And anyway, to my neighbour came and interrupted me. So yes, you can see how much we've taken off so far. So basically I've cut in with a disc along the joins as deep as I can, and it's not too bad actually. It's coming down pretty easy now. The top bit was quite tricky, but after that it's a bit easier. So unfortunately I'm going to have to stop at the moment because my batteries on my grinder are empty now. I'm waiting for them to charge up, and for me to cut some more of the joins. And then of course plan is then for the car to go in here. Now excuse me, it's a bit dusty, so it looks like plenty of space, but you'd be surprised. The car is quite big, so I'm going to try and get it in as far in as I can, away from the lane. And I think it's going to be around about here somewhere. So I'm thinking of building a wall from this point across. I mean, leave a space for a gate, of course. So build a wall across here, probably to the height of this, to that wall. And I've got the coping stones to go on top, and then that should work. So anyway, obviously the first thing I'm going to be doing is taking all this wall away. Once that's out of the way and cleaned up, I can then bring the car in, see which is the best way to do it, either front ways or back, or reversing. Reversing I think would probably be the best way. And yeah, so I was going to do a bit of filming of me taking some blocks down, but I can't because I need to cut the joins first. So I'm going to take a breather from this now, but it'll be the next time you come on board, it'll be almost instantaneous for you. Probably be a day or so for me, right? So I see you shortly on the next part of this. Bye for now. Well, hello everybody. Back again and dusty. Hope you can hear me from there. So carrying on with the wall demolition. So I didn't film the bit where I was using the angle grinder to cut between the courses because it was so dusty. I didn't want to get piles of dust over the camera. Anyway, so there's still a course, or maybe 1.5 courses left to cut, but all my batteries have run out now, so I'm charging them up. But I've done enough now that I can start taking the courses down one layer at a time, of course. So as usual, it'll be I puffed a bit. It'll be a little bit of real time and then some time lapse, I would imagine. That's an easy one. You won't notice, but I'll be editing out all the little trips back and forth with the blocks. I think it's enough for that for you. Bit of time lapse. So I'm not going to film anymore. That's the point. It's all much the same. Laborious in taking these courses off. I suppose at nearly 70 years of age, I shouldn't be doing this in 30-degree heat, or whatever it is at the moment. It's hot though. Anyway. Now, what made it a little bit more difficult is that when I'd forgotten I'd done this, I put this mesh in between so many courses. I had every third course I put a bit of a mesh in across to tie it all together, which then binds the two skins, so it makes it awkward to get these apart. I say awkward, but as long as I can get access to it and just get this chisel, and it just cuts through it quite easily. So I got a little rest now, drink water, and do another layer, see how far I get. I think it's easier if I work from this end because it's an open end, and what seems to be working. And of course I didn't cut down this one, I forgot, so, and my batteries are run out, so I don't know if there's enough juice in one of the batteries, just enough to cut that, make it a bit easier. Anyway, so all I'm doing is get into the one end and just banging up and levering it. Seems to work, and if I work from the open end, that'll do it. It works alright. Okay. So I'm going to sign off now, and maybe a couple of days. I may not finish this today. I'll have to see how it goes, how bushed I am. And then, I mean, to be honest, my son is going to be off work now, lunchtime today, and then the next 4 days, so he can carry the blocks for me, so that'll be a bit easier for me. All I gotta do is take them off each course, so the next thing you'll see is the finished article. Okay, take care everybody, and I'll see you a bit later. Bye for now. Well, okay everybody, welcome back. So the job is done. The wall is down, the dust has been swept up mostly, and the rest has been washed away. It looks a bit of an eyesore, what's left, the footprint, but you know, there are potentially future plans. So the idea was, I pulled the car up here. Unfortunately, I've just tried it, it is way too tight. I mean, the car will fit up here, but I can't get the door open, which means I can't get out of the car. So, and unfortunately, driving in forwards won't work, but driving in backwards, this is the point as far as I can come in. Excuse my throat, it's a bit dry. This is as far as I can get before for me to allow the door to open. And unfortunately the front of the car sticks out to about here, which is too much. If it stuck out, if the front of the car was just here, and I could still open the door, it would be ideal. So what I've done instead now, oh, next door's dog. So I've pulled the car in here with the passenger mirror fully extended, and if I give this about an inch gap, very perilously close, but it can be done. That means the rest of the car is a bit further back than that, obviously, and then the side of the car then is just about inside this line. So So that's, and then obviously I put it as far forward as I can. So that's the only way I can do it, which is a shame really. And I would have had to knock the wall down anyway to accommodate this, but because otherwise it's going to start encroaching on next door's garage. And whereas it might be okay, at some point it might not. Anyway, not much you can do about that. So as I say, this is done. It took me absolutely ages, and in this blistering heat, of course. It was one course, or maybe 1.5 courses, then sit down and have a drink. So with the rest of the blocks now, then the plan is to instead of laying them on edge like this, like I've done here, I'm going to lay them on that face flat across here somewhere. So where am I going to put it? I haven't quite decided, but it's not going to affect the car now, so I could put it anywhere, and maybe I'll be able to put a greenhouse in this section here. So that's it. So you can see I've got a lot of blocks stacked up. Now then, obviously I'll need to trim them up for when I need to lay them down. And funnily enough, most of those should disappear. You wouldn't think so, would you? In that small space there. But what you got to remember, there's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. I may be able to just go straight onto this concrete. So it'd be 5 high, but double to account for the height of those. So that's what did I say? 5. That's 10 high then, 10 blocks, and then about 3 across here, I believe. So that's 30 blocks. Yeah, 30 blocks or 31, whatever. And that's the majority of those. And then of course the coping stones can go on top. So as you can see, I need a shave. Little bit of so there'll be a little bit of update on what I've planted in the back garden in the next one. So take care of yourselves, don't get too hot. Bye for now.